This week in Country Profiles, I'm going back to Africa again. And today I have fellow Chevening Scholar and University of Westminster Master student, Media Management Master student, Joab. And Joab is from Malawi, arguably one of the least known African countries. And so today it's my pleasure to discover Malawi with Joab, and for Joab to take you to Malawi and tell you all that's beautiful about that country, and of course encourage you to visit. Hi Joab.
Hello. Possibly it may not be possible for me to tell them everything that's beautiful about my country, because it would take the whole week. But just one of the important things that people have to know about my country.
Indeed, indeed, of course. So let's talk about Malawi then.
Yes.
I've often asked my guests to say, if any at all, any stereotypes that come when you mention which country you're from. Do you ever experience any?
Well, as you said, Malawi is not very well known, so people don't even know where it is on the map. You know, when I say I'm from Malawi, some people think I'm saying Mali. But Malawi and Mali are two totally different countries. Mali is in West Africa and Malawi is in Southeast Africa. If your face was the map of Africa, Malawi would be somewhere here and Mali would be somewhere there. So people don't really know much about my country. But instead of the stereotypes that people have about my country, I can tell you the truth about my country.
Sure.
And that is, we are known to be the warm heart of Africa.
Wow.
Not because it's a very hot country, of course it is, and not because of where it is located geographically, but because the people there are warm, cheerful, and they're fun-loving. They're very open people. They like talking to strangers. They'll go out of their way to help a total stranger. So people know us for that.
For your friendliness.
We're
and
very
warmth.
friendly.
That's very good. That sounds like so much of our people in Jamaica as well. Okay, let's talk about the Malawian culture then. What's popular in your country? What do people do for employment? What do people do for fun? What music is popular? What sport is popular? Take them as you may.
As the major challenge, and I call it a challenge because of how it has impacted us on our economy, is that we are a landlocked country, so it takes really long before you get to the nearest ocean. So we are deep inside Mozambique and Tanzania and Zambia on the other side. So all we have as our neighbors is a lot of vast lands. So most of the people in my country are engaged in farming, and we have not really advanced with modern techniques of farming, so people still use very traditional tools like hoes and axes and pangas and things like that. But most of the Malawian population, like maybe more than 80% of the population, are basically farmers, just trying to make a living through farming. And the most common type of crop that is grown there is maize, which is also the staple food. Maize is widely planted all across the country, and from the maize we get the flour, the maize flour, which we prepare into our favorite meal, which we call nsima. And we also do grow a lot of tobacco. The anti-smoking lobby is really hitting us hard. We grow a lot of barley tobacco, and we do export it quite a lot. So most of the farmers in Malawi are growing either maize or tobacco. And there's a smaller population that is in formal employment, but the majority of them are basically farmers.
Okay, and let's talk about sport. What's popular in your country?
Football is very popular, but the sad thing is that our football team is not very, very good. It hasn't been very successful. The last time we won something significant was like in 1984 or something like that, which is really sad. But our netball team is like the best, because in Africa, the best, well, almost the best in Africa, because we are on position number 2 in Africa.
Okay.
We come after South Africa. On the world map, our netball team is on position number 7 or 6, depending. Of course, I know Jamaica is high up there. It's about number 4.
Yes,
but we are proud of our achievement, because considering the facilities and the exposure that our players have, we think it is a remarkable achievement. So netball is popular and we're very successful. Football is popular. People love football a lot and they follow a lot of, the Premier League and stuff like that. But the local football team is not that good.
You mentioned maize as the most popular crop that's grown in your country.
Yes.
What's a national dish, and is maize involved in that?
Definitely. The national dish is called nsima. And when you
Nsima.
go to other countries surrounding Malawi, you see that there are different variants of the same staple. Some call it nshima, some call it ugali, like in Kenya, and things like that. Basically, when we have harvested the maize, we dry it, and then we grind it. They mill the maize, and then from there you have this powder, and then the flour, basically. So you prepare a thick porridge out of it, and then you prepare a side to have it with. So mostly it's that and meat. It's a delicacy, especially chicken. We love our chicken, and the fish. I'll tell you more about the fish when we're talking about our lake. But we've got a very tasty fish in my country. So mostly it's this sima and meat, and most commonly it's chicken.
Okay. Quickly, what's the most common language in your country?
Chichewa. Chichewa is a language that is kind of a dialect of Nyanja, and Nyanja is a language that was spoken more widely in the yesteryears, like in Zambia, Malawi, and parts of Mozambique. They speak Nyanja, but in Malawi we speak Chichewa, which is very similar, slightly different from Nyanja, but the national language is Chichewa, but the official language is English.
Say hello, how are you in Chichewa?
Hello, Mulibwanji. Mulibwanji is basically how are you.
Okay.
And how do you respond? Tilibuino.
Oh.
Yeah. Mulibwanji.
Mulibwanji.
Yeah, no, you say Tilibuino.
Tilibueno. Okay, we're learning. All right, interesting. Okay, let's talk about what the media industry is like in your country, because you're a media practitioner in your country.
Yes.
What is it like? Is it developed,
Well, not to the level where we would have wanted it to be, because Malawi has gone through different phases of development and of political rule. Previously, we were colonized by Britain, and then we gained independence in 1964. But there was a one-party system that ruled from 1964 to somewhere around 1994. During this period of 1964 to 1994, we had only one national radio station, which was the national broadcaster. The others were I think there were just two other smaller radio stations, and we did not have a television station. From 1964 to 1994, we only had our first public television station, excuse me, in 1998.
Wow.
And it's only from 2012 that we have had more numerous private television stations. So, but the print industry is a little bit older. We've got a number of newspapers. The radio has developed quite significantly. From 1999, there have been some private radio stations coming up, but the television industry is still in its infancy. So that's how I would paint the picture.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you'll go back to your country and help to advance that.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to doing that, especially after studying a master's degree in media management here at Westminster. I think I'm going to be one of the key people to try to change the direction that the media is following in our country.
Looking forward to that, Chief, and we'll be proud of you. Let's get people to come to your country, Joab. Places to visit. Where would you tell them to come?
People should just come to my country. I mean, like, okay, it's a small country. The population is about 16 million people. Not as small compared to Jamaica.
Exactly.
But it's a small country, and you can literally travel from one end to the other in a single day. So you can really get to visit many places that you want. But we're really proud about our lake. We've got Lake Malawi, which runs literally from the north to the south, like all along the length of the country. It's the only freshwater lake that you can find in Africa. Wow. And we've got a lot of fish out there. We've got like 1,000 different types of species of fish, and of those about 600 to 700 can only be found in our lake.
Wow.
It's very beautiful fish. You don't want to eat it, you just want to look at the fish swimming. It's really lovely. People love snorkeling, people love riding boats and stuff on our lakes. We've got wonderful beaches, not as big as you would have elsewhere, but clean, and the water is really clear. And we've got the fish that we're really proud of. It's called jambo. Can you say jambo?
Jambo.
Jambo, not jumbo.
Jambo.
Jambo is a greeting in Swahili, but this is jambo.
Okay.
Like in cheering, and then the CH there, it's jambo.
Oh, jambo.
Jambo, exactly.
Okay.
This is a type of tilapia fish that is very, very delicious, and a lot of people travel all the way to Malawi just to test that fish. And I encourage you to come and test it.
Exactly.
We also have got a mountain called Mulanje Mountain. It's a mysterious. It's got a mysterious peak. People love to go there. Some people love to go there and get lost. It's a nice place.
So, Joab, let's wrap up this interview by talking about any issues or concerns in your country currently that you have an interest in that you would like to see change.
Yeah, thank you very much, Oroyo. There are many problems that our country is facing. Maybe top on the agenda would be the issue of killings and abductions of albinos. This is a strange phenomenon that has just developed in that part of Africa. Most countries in Southeast Africa, Malawi, Kenya, Mozambique, and even Nigeria and other parts, albinos are being abducted and killed. And some of them are having their body parts removed. Apparently, it's something associated with witchcraft. Some people believe that body parts of albinos have got a magical effect. It can make them rich or something like that. So it's a problem that our country is struggling to contain. From 2014 up to date, there have been more than 17 people with albinism who have been killed. So the government is trying to control that. Maybe another problem would be the issue of LGBTI rights. I know it's a global problem, but you have to understand that people in my country are really conservative. So issues of lesbians, gays, bisexuals, transgenders, and the intersex, these are issues that are normally frowned upon, and people don't really want to embrace these rights in my country. So the country is in a struggle right now where people do not respect the rights of people who have got a sexual sexual minority. So this is a problem that we have. The laws that we have actually do discriminate against people who belong to that sexual minority. And another thing of concern is the hunger situation that we have in our country. We have not had a lot of rains. I think it's something that has come with climate change. But last year we had a serious drought, and as I told you earlier that we rely on maize, which is our staple food. We didn't harvest enough maize, and as a result more than 3 million people were affected by hunger. And the projections indicate that this year there might be another drought, and we'll have another famine. Most likely more than 8 million people, which is more than half of the entire population, are going to be facing hunger. So this is something that is really of concern to us as a country.
Those are issues that maybe not very peculiar to Malawi, as it may be world issues, global issues, and Malawi is no different in trying to deal or grapple with that. And over time, I'm sure the people of Malawi will make the best decisions that will be beneficial to majority of the people in that country. Thank you so much for watching Country Profiles this week. Next week I'll have another guest, and I'm sure you'll find something out of this interview that will interest you in going to Malawi.
Come to Malawi, the warm heart of Africa.
Exactly, and Joab will show you around. Find him on my Facebook page. He'll tell you more about Malawi. Tell me what I should have asked him as well. And next week I'll have another guest. Thank you for watching.